United States President Donald Trump and South African President met recently, and this meeting turned out to be the worst nightmare for South African President. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Recently, there was this meeting that happened between United States of President and South African President. Before the meeting, a whole lot of people think that this meeting will yield economic benefit to South Africa, and the president himself is coming with economic agenda that will benefit the South Africans. So on this meeting, when discussion were been going on, the President of United States of America, Donald Trump, bring up this issue. Why white South Africans are being unalive in South Africa. Then the President of South Africa was quite unaware because he was not prepared. Yeah, he was not prepared. That is not point of discussion. When he was being told why South Africans have been unalived, those farmers that went to their farm for greener pasture, but end up being unalived by unknown people. But according to Donald Trump, he didn't mention them. He just think that maybe the black South Africans are the ones are unaliving white South Africans. So the president of South Africa was quite unaware. He was not prepared to answer the question. He didn't even think about that this question can come up at White House. So when he just showed his innocency, thinking that he is unaware, the president of United States of America, Donald Trump, played a video in White House to show him how Malema, the South African president contestant, has been engineering black South Africans to start unaliving white South Africans. Because a lot of people are not sure why Malema was saying, but a lot of stories are behind it. Let me tell you guys, before there was apathy in South Africa, and people that experienced it have not forgotten it. I gotta be honest with you. And Malema is one of those people that have experienced it, and his experience about why South Africans are not quite good. It started from him. He said that he saw a lot of things while growing up as a black kid in South Africa. He saw a lot of people taking advantages of her mother in her present. This is quite a memory that he will never forget. And that is why he has this kind of feelings for white South Africa. And for him, he said that a lot of land in South Africa have been occupied by white South Africa instead of the black South Africa that are the real owners of the land. Now, his campaign was that if he became the president of South Africa, all lands will be returned to the government, that it is the duty of the government to apportion the land. Because in South Africa, the people that own large number of lands are the white South Africa, while the black South Africans are left with few number. So for Malema, he said that it is unacceptable for black South Africa, the real owner, the forefathers are the real owner. Those people come to South Africa far back. How can they own land? And the white South Africa in their own hand are saying that those lands are being bought, but they cannot provide evidence that show that those lands are being bought. Remember that white South Africans are the ones that are in charge of South Africa in those states. They came to the land, they took over the land, they make laws, subject them to be under them. So now, how can you be telling me that you come to someone's land and you own almost 90% of the land? I haven't seen where it happened. It only happened in South Africa. So this was Malema's argument. Now he has encouraged many black South Africans. He told them the history. For some of them that don't know the history, this is our history. For some of us who were not born in those days, this is the history. Now these videos are being played in White House by Donald Trump to show the South African president what is going on. Now there is a recent news that is going on in South Africa that a lot of white South Africans have been unalived. And I don't know how true this is. Maybe it's just a assumption. The interesting part of this story was that the richest South African man was there. He was the one that narrated it well. According to him, he said that both black and white South Africans have been unalived. That is the issue of foreigners that are in the country that have been causing problems in the country. The South African president that acted unaware, both his cabinet, all of them were put into shame. I gotta be honest with you, they were not prepared. I don't even know if they know the meaning of the questions have been thrown to them. But anyway, let me tell you guys why these questions have been thrown to them. For some of you that don't know, recently, President of South Africa put a law that enabled the government to take back those land without compensation. And that is might be the reason why white South Africans are agitating over this land. And it also might be the reason why Donald Trump invited him to White House. But he was not aware. You can imagine a situation where a Facebook video will be played in White House for the president to see. Anyway, I do tell some African presidents it is the right time for them to stood up. At least Burkina Faso has showed us example. If it can happen in Burkina Faso, if it can happen in other African countries, why can't it happen in your own country too? It is the right time those African leaders stop being their servant. I have told African leaders, those people, they don't cherish it, they don't value us. What they value is our resources. What they care is about resources. Recently, Donald Trump visited Saudi Arabia, and he visited there. Imagine the United States of America president visiting Saudi Arabia, and on his way going, he was being given flight as a gift. If African presidents are being visited, I have never heard that President of United States of America can visit any African president. Rather, they are being invited to come to White House. Pack you people like sardine. This is the time African leaders should wake up. Those people, they don't care. So far, you are a person of color, they don't care about you. They care about your resources. So stop thinking that anything good can come out from those people. They don't care about you. They care about your resources. All the whole African country, they have been there collecting our resources. Some of you think, why is life is better there? They are living good life. They are paying child support. These are the money they collect from our continent. They have been collecting this money for centuries. It is the right time many African countries will stood up and say enough to those things. Because how can you invite a president in your own country and start playing the video for him? Imagine. And the president was there sweating. The right time for you African leaders to stop following those people sheepishly. They don't care about it. They don't. They can never care about it. South African own should be a lesson to all of you. Most especially those people that think that anything good can come out from there. Nothing good can come out from there. They don't care only about your resources. They don't care about you. Listen and listen carefully. They don't care about you. This South African own, it has been a clear indication that those people, they don't care. If President Donald Trump can come from the United States of America and he's interfering on behalf of white Afrikaner that has been living in South Africa,